welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. I'm Lori Campa, and I am a working certified health coach. And I also train health coaches to make their purpose of being a health coach much stronger than the fears of doing business, so that they can have a profitable business with the work that we truly and absolutely love. So my specialty is as a belief breakthrough coach. So I use this skill on my health coaching side. I use it on my business coaching side, and we are really going to dig into some of that today. So let's talk about boosting our income, right? This is a fun topic, but a lot of us have a complex relationship with money, talking about income, right? It's as complex as most people have with sugar, right? We have these complex relationships, but we're going to be talking about boosting your income as a wellness entrepreneur. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about the limiting beliefs that I've heard the most from health coaches that you may have about money. And because we have this complex relationship, growing our income and growing your income as a health coach might not be intuitive. So we're going to be talking today about 3 powerful, yet they're going to be practical strategies so you can upgrade your money, upgrade that mindset to boost your income and let go of any or some of your limiting beliefs. So the first thing that we need to do, the first strategy, is we need to take that time to examine any negative thoughts or experiences we may have about making money. I hear so many health coaches want to give everything away for free. Please, if you don't hear anything else, if you're multitasking, come back to me. Do not ever give a health coaching session away for free. We need to have some type of energy exchange. And even if you do it at 50% off, like your first 3 to 5 clients, I'm all for that. Give a nice discount because you need the practice. But we need to have a different mindset. So when we come in with a different mindset about money, we need to think about how we can understand it. Where did our beliefs come from? What have created those beliefs? And our experiences, right, get created from our beliefs. So for example, growing up, you might be like my family, you may have had this belief that there was not enough money. My family never seemed to have enough money growing up. I was the 5th child. We were always in this lack mentality. Now, sometimes these beliefs can be helpful, right? We don't want to be spending 100% of our money every single day, but they can also be limiting at times, especially when we're an entrepreneur. So I realized about 5 years ago that I needed to really shed some of these beliefs that I had if I wanted to make an impact with my business and really make an impact with my message of wellness, and that you don't need to suffer and we can heal ourselves. So look at your thoughts. Look at your emotions that you have about money so you can understand it. I love what Mike said when we first tuned in, and he said, I love income. That is a positive mindset to have, to continue to say that. And Mike, I have to say, you're not in the majority of health coaches that I hear from. So I want you to think about, what are these limiting beliefs? Just like as we health coach, the first step is to become aware of a problem, right? Continue to listen in on what they are and how we can change them. And a lot of us, again, we have this belief that we come from this state of lack. And do you feel that way? Do you feel that you are never going to have enough money, that you are never going to have enough clients, that you're never going to have a successful business? So are these beliefs serving you? Sometimes it's just that they're comfortable with us, right? So are they serving your business? Are they serving your future clients? We need to pause and think about that. So instead of bringing that energy of lack, bring the energy of abundance. The more that we feel that we have, the more we're going to receive. It's just how things work. And I also hear from health coaches that your mindset about money determines everything about what you charge for individual health coaching, or if you charge, what you charge for group coaching, what you charge for your wellness workshops, plus just your confidence about talking about your rates with your clients, right? Do you all agree with that? Like, just give me a yes in the comments, whether you're on Facebook Live or if you're in the comments on Zoom. I would love to hear from you. So many coaches have asked me, so is it possible to actually train our brains to help us to make more money? Yeah, I believe so. I believe that we absolutely can train our brains and that we can find a different way to have this successful business. So listen in. This is number 2. So number 1 is be aware of any negative beliefs you have, journal so we can be aware of them so we can figure out how to change them. 2, we need to get clarity, right? We need to get clarity about our financial goals, not just let's just work every day and post on Facebook and see what happens. We need to actually have some tangible ideas about how much money we're going to make and what we're going to be doing each day to make that happen. So, for example, if you're like, okay, I am just starting out, I need to make $5,000 a month. Okay, so that's about $62,000 a year, breaks down to about $1,200 a week. So you would have to think about, what do I need to do to bring in $1,200 a week? Maybe you're more like, I want to be at more about $100,000 annually. Maybe you've been in the business before. Maybe you're like me, I've been in the business of something else. So I was in hotel sales management. I was a director. I was doing a lot of things in charge for 25 years. I'm bringing that experience with me, right? So maybe you're thinking, if it's like 100,000 a year, that's 8,400 a month, right? So we need to think about now what you need to do. So if you are just starting out, and a lot of coaches that I work with are just starting out, you need to start with individual health coaching, getting those private clients, because you learn so much. And we're not going to start typically, going from 0 to 100,000 right away. Now, some of you might be gung-ho to do that. For me, I needed to ease into my business. I also had a traumatic brain injury that I was healing from. I still have to live my life with a lot of self-care so I can be productive and healthy and help other people. So if you're like me, that you want to ease in, or maybe you're just like ready to go, think about what's going to work for you. But wherever you are, if you're just starting, individual coaching is absolutely where I would recommend you get your start. So when you think about when you're having your individual coaching, anyone who says to you that they can't afford it, let them know, oh, I have a small health coaching group starting up soon. Tell them who it's for, which is your ideal, community, your ideal client. It's them who you're meeting with. And ask them who else would be interested in being in this group coaching. It's a lot less expensive. Talk about dates and times. But I always like to keep track of the people who couldn't afford the private coaching. And so once I had a couple private coaches or private people to coach, then you can make these small group coaching experiences. You don't want to start with like the fancy courses right away, because you need to have the experience, because when you're working one-on-one, you go in depth with that person and you're going to learn so much more about what you want to bring to the big group coaching experiences, to the big courses, to different things like that. So we're going to take it one step at a time. But to have a group coaching experience with 3 to 4 people is such a fun experience. And I typically would price those at 50% off from my individual coaching. So, and if you want to learn more about where do I even start, Lori? I have no idea what I should even price my coaching at. I really don't think anyone should do a 3-month program under $1,000. I like to say $1,500 for 12 sessions would be a great price to start. And I like to offer different packages, 4, 8, and 12. But again, your first 3 to 5 clients, maybe you do it at 50% off, just so you can get in that habit of having these clients, understanding what it is, and growing that confidence. But if you want more information, I have a free class all about goal setting, and you can go to loricampa.biz/goals. So loricampa.biz/goals, and you can take this free class. It's going to go all in about how much is individual coaching, how much for group coaching, how much for wellness workshops that you can bring in, so you can actually design your year, the next 12 months, figure it out. You're going to need a calculator and you're going to need a calendar when you take that free class. So you're going to start with the individual coaching, then maybe you start with some small group coaching. Again, keep track of all the people that you meet with that say, I can't afford it right now, because I don't even do a launch for small group coaching. I just message my 3, 4, 5 people. Now my groups are a little bit bigger now because I've been doing it for 5 years, but think about just putting it out there and saying, hey, this is when we're going to be starting, and I thought of you because of this. You need to have like-minded people together. So if you're not sure what your niche is and you're all over the board, you need to have something in common with all the people that are going to be coming together. So when I'm doing like the groups, I like to have 2 different times and just say, I want everyone to attend at least 50% of these sessions live. That way, no one feels that they're missing out, but you obviously want them to come as many times as they can in live. You know, Zoom is the easiest, but in person is really fun. And then there's the workshops. Oh my goodness, that is a gold mine. And that's something, just as health coaching, when you start, you can keep building on top of that. You start getting clients and you'll have contracts that maybe you're doing once a month at a corporation. Maybe it's just 4 times a year. They're all going to be a little different, but you start typically at $400 for a 1-hour workshop. But the best thing about workshops is that it helps you grow your list. So my first year of business, I did 2 free workshops every month for a year, and I did it at a yoga studio. I didn't have a list. So it was wonderful that I was able to use their list. So go ahead and go out and do something for free, just so you can start to grow your list with a partnership with somebody else. But what happened also is I went out to do that just to serve. I was still in school at the Institute of Integrated Nutrition. I had no goal other than experience. And then what happened was people started to ask me if I would health coach them. So when you put something out there, that energy, and you just think about serving people, you're going to get that back, and you're going to also gain confidence. It's the #1 way that I find clients. So don't worry. Like, I teach all about how to get paid for workshops, how to convert the audience without being salesy in my program, Workshops Done Academy. And we're going to be launching a new course in November. But again, I love partnering with places because then you are using their list. So you're growing your list as well. And then you can do it for free. So speaking of making more income and like coaching and workshops, it's really hard sometimes to do it without a plan and knowing what activities make a difference with your clients and your bottom line. So if you want to figure out exactly how many individual clients you need to make this work, the group coaching, your workshops to break it down, again, I encourage you to try my free course to set up yourself for success. So you will see your financial goals by the week, by the month, and by the year. So focus just on your goals. Don't be spread too thin. I see this mistake so often. They say, I'm just going to do individual coaching and workshops and a little group program. And then all of a sudden they're selling 5 other things and their focus is all over the place and nothing's really succeeding. So again, it's loricampa.biz/goals. So maybe you're thinking, I'm not earning at all what I want right now. So 1, we need to think about those negative thoughts, right? That was the first step, the first strategy. Number 2, it's getting clear, getting the clarity of what you want to do, how much money you want to make. The third one, and this is very important, so come back to me. We need to reprogram your beliefs about money. And it's the same way when it's about health, when it's about food, when it's about exercise, right? These beliefs are just habits. These are thoughts that are happening. And a lot of times we don't even notice that they're happening. So we need to be aware of them. Then we're going to gain clarity of what we want. Where do we want to go? What's the direction that we want to take our business, our thoughts? Step number 3 is super simple. And when I first heard about it, I thought it was actually kind of silly, but it works. It's the use of affirmation. So it's just about practicing a new thought until it becomes a new habit. So a lot of you know about the brain. We can change the neural pathways, the connections. We can actually create some new wiring. It will overlap the old wiring. So whether it's about eating junk food or the limiting beliefs about food or about money, we can have a new pattern there. So we need to practice it. We need to believe it. We need to feel it. So this is the affirmation. I want you all to say every single day, I am so happy. And I like to put my hands on my heart when I say this. I'm so happy and so grateful for the fact that I am now earning whatever your amount is a month. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful for the fact that I'm now earning $5,000 a month. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for the fact that I'm now earning $10,000 a month, right? Read your affirmation 5 to 10 times every single morning. It sounds like a lot, but it's not going to take a lot of time. Do it throughout the day and then again 5 to 10 times before bed. But as you read your affirmations in the morning and at night, think about closing your eyes, mentally visualizing what this looks like for you. Are you receiving checks? Are you seeing your bank account balance? What is it that you want to visualize and what do you want to feel? So you can choose whatever amount you want, right? We're all coming to this with a different need. We're all coming to this with a different type of level, and that's okay. So what impact will this money have on your life? Like, what does that look like for you? What charities would you like to support? Are your kids going to be able to go to a different college? What does that look like for you to invest in your business? So mentally rehearse getting money, visualize, feel it. It feels really good. So these activities, when we feel it, your brain doesn't know, is it real? Is it not real? So we're activating that left, that front cortex, right? So it's that CEO part of our brain. So visualize, believe, feel that. And so for a bonus tip here, so the first one, we know that we need to just be aware. Number 2, we need to have that clarity. Number 3, we need to reframe our negative thoughts. Come in with a positive affirmation that speaks to and feel it. And as a bonus tip, this is the one that really hits it, is then ask yourself every single day, what can I do today to make that income a reality? What are the 1, 2, maybe 3 income producing activities that are going to make a difference that I need to do today? Write them down, take massive action on those very few items, right? And then you can make it a reality. So you want to prime your brain to boost your income and achieve your financial goals. So every day, write down, what can you do? So if you want more information about staying focused and how to just stay motivated with work towards your goals, I did a live training just 2 weeks ago on how to keep focused and energized while maybe feeling lonely while you're working alone. So you can watch the recorded video or podcast at workshopsdone.com/video if you want to watch the YouTube videos on there, or you can go to workshopsdone.com/podcast for the Health Coach Made Easy podcast. So maybe you need to also find a mentor, somebody that you know that you can trust to guide you past your money limiting beliefs, someone that can help you to define your goals, to define that clarity, to help you figure out what is it that you need to do each day. So, and if we haven't met on a Zoom call, just you and I would love to meet with you. And so I'm offering everyone that I haven't met with a free breakthrough business coaching session. So this is just 20 to 30 minutes that we sit down and we talk about your business and see what you can do. What's 1 to 3 things that you can do that's going to make a difference today. So that's just at loricampa.biz/free session to set up that free coaching session. And we can also see, is Workshops Done Academy something that's right for you, or maybe it's not? So again, Workshops Done Academy, the next one is going to be opening up on November 10th is when we're going to be kicking off. And I have some fun new things planned for the group coaching. And we also are going to be having some group study groups. So we're going to be working on our development of workshops together. So remember, all the live training is every single week. So every single Wednesday, we are here live, noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And you can find me on the Lori Campa Facebook page, or you can come into Zoom. And every week, it's a different topic. And these topics come from you. So if there's something that you have a question about, you can put it in our Facebook group, our wellness support group for wellness entrepreneurs, or workshop support for wellness entrepreneurs. You can put it in there. You can message me. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I see some comments about being worthy and deserving to take money from clients. And okay, I'm going to do another training just on that because it's such a big topic. And the bottom line is that you are absolutely worth it. Think about somebody that can live maybe 10 years longer, that's going to be playing pickleball at age 90 instead of spending all their money in a nursing home. How much is it worth it for that person to pay you maybe $3,000 for your program? I feel like we are actually not charging enough for the value that we give people. We are changing lives. We are giving people a new path to take. And you have that skill set. One thing that I realized early on is that we all have this genius zone, and it comes easy to us. So we think we don't need to get paid for it, right? And we do need to get paid for it. Everybody has a different genius zone. So spend all your time in that zone. Yeah, okay, so Sharon's saying, I love that idea, but I'm not sure which idea you're referring to. So let me know what you are referring to. But if you have any questions, if you have any ideas for the future for workshops, please let me know. But thank you for tuning in today. I love your live energy, and I will see you on next Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. See you next week.